Yo, what up, y'all? It's Hip Hop Raised Me back on the scene. It's a little tutorial about what's going on with the animation business. Yep. And here, while we poly a little bit, talk about what's going on, I'm gonna be drawing some cats up in the club. And this ain't your regular dance club. It's a gentleman club, but it's not too explicit. I hope y'all enjoy this right here. I'm just drawing the background, and you see that square in the middle of the canvas. That's the camera view, but I made the scene bigger than the camera view because the default camera view is about the height of an average person. So when you drawing a big scene with multiple people, you wanna expand the scene because you don't want to squeeze everything within that camera view because then everything would be technically real miniature. And when you move around and pan or zoom the camera, you're going to get a distorted image and the lines are not going to line up as far as with the width of the lines and stuff because you cramming too much stuff within that square. So you got to expand the scene accordingly because the default space of the camera view is about the height of a person. So that's why I made a square about the same size as the camera view and then I expanded it. And right now I'm just drawing a stage with a pole so a young lady could get a groove on and try to get some money, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like with this animation thing, this is not a technical genre. It's all about art and love, you know what I'm saying? When you're dealing with art, it's like you cooking, you're not baking, it's not a science, it's an art. You do it for therapeutic purposes. It gets your mind right and get your emotions where you need to be. That's why these schools need to put more art programs in the schools and that'll help the kids, especially the kids that's not scientifically and mathematically inclined. Maybe they got a more artistic inkling in life and maybe that's the direction they need to go to succeed. But don't worry about it. For them kids that's in school or anybody, y'all could come here to Hip Hop Raise Me and get your dosage of art tutorials. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm using one of my favorite programs, Moho Pro. This is the 12th edition, and this program does a lot. It's strictly dedicated to 2D animation, even though it has other capabilities. Its main purpose is 2D animation. And y'all see what I'm doing here. And one thing about it, for those who feel like they can't draw, you can draw. All you have to do is break everything down. Even if you have to do one drawing with a bunch of layers, and so say, for instance, if you drawing a hand, draw one finger at a time. Draw the palm. Draw each of those as separate drawings and put it together. So basically, you simplifying the process. You dig what I'm saying? You don't gotta make things complicated. You simplify. You break it down, and then you see like on the right side, on the lower left, right, the lower right side. You see I got a bunch of layers because that's how I draw. I just break everything down. This is vector art. This is not your traditional art form like with a pencil and paper or a stylus and canvas. This is vector art where we draw with lines and shapes. So it's like in my previous tutorials, I told you this is like sculpture. So you just put anything down, and then you shape and mold whatever you put down to your desire of how you want it to turn out. So as long as you put something down on the canvas, that's the first step. That's the most important step, and then you can worry about making it good after you put anything down. And nobody's watching you but you, so don't be all nervous or dealing with anxiety. You don't have to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? And I hope those who've been following my tutorials, I hope y'all been writing, because you can't create no project if you're not writing. Writing is the spirit and the soul of every project you have. If you're not writing, you're not gonna have anything to animate. So try to do that, and go to my website, Hip Hop Raised Me, download some beats, make your songs, and then you can animate some videos for your songs. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving y'all everything y'all need. I'm giving y'all the beats. I'm showing y'all how to make the cartoons. And then you just gotta add your own twist and creativity to the process. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then check out my shorts and animated projects that I got for some inspiration, you know what I mean? And on all the other YouTubers and creators that's creating art for the masses. This is a labor of love. It's a passion. People just don't do art cause it's a chore. You do it cause it's in your heart. For all the musicians and the illustrators and the animators and all the other artists like the chefs and the athletes, whatever your craft is, that's your art, and you do it for the love, you know what I'm saying? And good thing we living in this time when you could do what you love and try to earn a living off of that, you know what I'm saying? And do something positive, y'all. Like me, for instance, life, well, in general, life is yin and yang, you know what I mean? Negative and positive. So, with my actions, I strive to live a positive life, and whatever negativity I got, I put it in my art. You know what I mean? That's why I contain my wild side in my art. So, I could express my shadow self. You dig what I'm saying? Express my shadow self through the art. And so don't judge me when you see some wild stuff that I might illustrate. Just understand that I'm human and I got a wild side, and if you out there wilding out, do something positive and put your wild side in your art. You know what I'm saying? Cause you don't wanna be going to jail or hurting somebody or hurting yourself. You dig? You know, as you see, not after you do your writing, you got to do a lot of drawing, cause you're not animating if you're not drawing. And you see, that's what I'm doing. I'm not getting boggled down in all the technical aspects of the program. It's all about writing and drawing, and the animation and all that's gonna come naturally. But you gotta write and you gotta draw. That's the labor right there. You know what I mean? It's like a cop. You look at all the exciting stuff a cop do. Chasing criminals and closing cases and going to wild out crime scenes and all that. But a lot of the you don't see the day to day operation, hours and whole shifts of surveillance and paperwork and computer work and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's what this, you got to do a lot of writing and drawing and voiceovers, voice acting, editing, making music, because you got to have a score for your joints, you know what I'm saying? And then you got to do a lot of brainstorming and planning and storyboarding, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta have that Mamba mentality, rest in peace, Kobe Bean Bryant. He gave you the blueprint, you know what I'm saying? It's all about people wanna enjoy the fruits of the labor but don't wanna put in the labor. You gotta put in the labor, you dig? That's what it's about. And you see how I'm just putting down a lot of stick figures? Because that simplifies everything, that gives you like a guide to where everybody is at and they position and they proportions. So don't act like you don't gotta use stick figures, yo. They very important, yo. You dig? You gotta use stick figures. So even though you don't gotta follow the stick figures exact, but it give you an idea of proportions and size and poses. You see what I'm saying? Stick figures are important. Shapes. You gotta work with a lot of shapes and stick figures. That's once you put everything down where it's supposed to be, then you can work on the details. You see what I'm saying? And y'all just keep following my style, and y'all gonna learn how to be great animators. Go to my website, Hip Hop Raised Me. I got an animation guide that gives you all the elements it takes to be a successful animator. It's a text document. It's free. You don't gotta sign up for nothing. You just go directly on my website and read it. You know what I mean? And I also posted my video tutorials on it and my art projects. Also, I got a movie for sale, so check that out too. You know what I mean? This is what we do. This is a lifestyle. I tried to get into a lot of other stuff, but then I realized this right here is a 24/7 gig. Ain't no time to do nothing else. So whatever you choose in life, put 100% into it, and hopefully it'll take you straight to the top. One day is gonna turn into years. So choose wisely what you choose to do with your life, because you're gonna have to do it for a long time. That's why I tell these youth, look here. Don't just be going out there doing anything for money, because whatever you choose to do, you're going to have to go hard to be successful in that. And you're going to have to take everything it come with. And that's something you're going to have to do for a long time. You know what I'm saying? You out here, you decide you want to sell drugs. You ain't going to sell drugs for one day or one week. Once you get into it, you're going to do it for a long time. And then next thing you know, you're going to have to take everything it come with. You're going to have to deal with the ops, the haters, the robbers, the police, the killers, you know what I'm saying? The justice system. You gotta ask yourself, is that's what you want? It ain't you just can't do that and just think you just gonna get the good out of it. You know what I mean? You're not gonna just make $1,000,000 and not take everything else it come with, you dig? So be wise on what you choosing to do. Cause you're gonna do it for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna have to do it for a long time to master it. To be successful whatever you choosing to do. So that's just a little words of wisdom from Hip Hop Raised Me. I'm putting y'all up on game, you know what I'm saying? So y'all can make the right steps in life. A wise man learn from his mistakes. A wise man learn from others' mistakes. Remember that. You see how I just draw with lines? And then I just look at that right lower side of that layer panel. You see how many different little drawings I got? That's what I do. One drawing might be a square, another might be a circle. I just do a bunch of little things and let them add up to be something big and complicated. That's how life is. You know what I'm saying? Don't stress out because something is too complicated. You break it down into simple things, and then it's gonna have delusion of complication, but it's very simple. Only thing that's gonna be difficult is the time and focus you gotta put into it. But the technical aspect is simple. It's nothing. You know what I'm saying? You just do it. It just take time, But the beautiful thing is, while you focusing and putting time into your craft, you're not putting your time into getting in trouble. So you killing two birds with one stone. You perfecting your craft and you staying out of trouble. So that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Do something positive. Cause that's the wave right now. Nerds is the new gangsters. Yeah, I just cut all that nonsense. There's too much nonsense already going on. Do something productive. You know what I mean? Don't be out there hurting each other and manage your anger. You know, cause there's too much craziness going on. But I'm not gonna do the full tutorial in this one video cause it's long. Cause I don't animate as fast or draw as fast as other artists, or maybe artists draw at the same rate I draw at, but I speeding up this video and it still take a long time. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna just do portion on this tutorial, and then part two I'm gonna just do the rest. You dig? And you see, this is a big scene right here. It's gonna be like a scene like the beginning of a scene where you just looking at like maybe like an introduction to a chapter or a scene. So it's not, things are not real detailed in this right here. It's just a big scene with multiple people. So it's not real detailed like with the facial features and the tones of the characters and the mouse and the different parts of the eye. This is just a real simple type scene. The complication is into the size of the scene, and I'm not even going too hard with the details because this is a tutorial, and I know we working on a time frame, and I know y'all some real bona fide hustlers that watch my stuff, so I know y'all be having other things to do, but I know y'all gonna make time to learn, so y'all could be great animators. Remember when y'all was growing up and watching all them cartoons, but now y'all can make y'all own. My whole thing is adult cartoons. I'm not into that kiddie stuff. I don't make stuff for kids. Well, not for children, not for babies. My cartoon is for mature folk, cause that's my style. If you got a different style, that's fine. But that's what I'm targeting. Like, hardcore, rated R, rated X type style. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do, cause that's what I choose to do. And there y'all might be some cats out there that want to do something more rated G or PG. That's fine. You know, go down the Disney route. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But that's just not what I do. I'm from the city. I done seen some things. You know, I was raised in a I was raised around some hardcore life, some hardcore stuff. So that's what I project in my art. If you if you was raised different or got a different vision, that's cool because you don't got to do exactly what I do. You do what you do. You see what I'm saying? Like different things like the characters I'm drawing got a bunch is built up from a bunch of different parts. Like the arm, the hand, the bottle, the face, the legs. Everything is on different layers. So I take all those layers and put them in a group. So to consolidate the layers panel. You dig what I'm saying? And then for the guy, I copied and pasted him and put him as the next guy, and so I don't have to draw a whole new character again. But what I'm gonna do is take the original guy and make some modifications. That's why it's best to draw stuff on a bunch of different layers. So when you're doing modifications, you can work on one layer at a time. And I'm gonna tell you something. That layer panel on the lower right hand side of the screen can get real confusing when all those layers start piling up and stacking up, man. You don't want to be just looking for layers on that list. That's why they got that select layer tool under the layers, and that's a real important tool right there, because you use that tool, and you see I click on that tool a lot. It's under the layers panel on the left hand side. And when you click on that, when you use that tool, you can click on anything on the screen and select that layer without having to look for that layer within the layers panel. So that's a very, very important tool. You dig what I'm saying? That's a very important tool. So when y'all use Moho Pro, that's going to be one of your favorite tools, the select layer tool. And the sad thing is, I don't know in the newer version if they made a shortcut key for that tool. But in this version, there's no shortcut key for that tool. And that's one of the most used tools I utilize. So I wish there was a shortcut for it, but there's not. But that's fine. I just click on that with the mouse. And as you can see, I'm drawing literally with the trackpad, because this is vector art. This is a different style of art. It's not your traditional style of art like I've been telling you. If you an artist that already got an art style where you like to draw with the pen and paper, or with a stylist, you a traditional type artist, don't worry. You could get into animation and not deviate from your style, because you could draw within your own program or illustration and import those drawings into this program, and you could animate like that. So you don't gotta draw with the technique that I'm using, as far as with the trackpad and the mouse and all that. You dig what I'm saying? You don't have to do that. You could just stick to your traditional style and import your drawings into this program and animate it like that. But make sure your certain parts of your if you drawing like a person or arms, or make sure they don't have no background so you can import it. But you can actually bring them into this program, and one day I'll show y'all how to remove the background from your drawings, so it could look like a layer. Or you could actually draw in another program and import your drawings into this program and trace it, so you can have the vector capabilities of animating. Because drawing with vector and with the points and the lines and the shapes helps you when it's time to animate. Because you see how I move all those points around and shape and mold everything and move all those stuff around, you can move those things within time and animate. And that's how I do a lot of my animation, just moving things around, moving those points around within time with the keyframes. You know what I'm saying? So you could do it like that also. And you could also draw a mesh over your image and animate your PNG or JPEG image of your drawing like that by moving the mesh around over your image. But I don't do all that. I just draw directly within the program with the tools available within this program, which is a vector style. Like, look how I'm drawing this girl, yo. It don't matter that it's not looking good yet, because you just got to put something down. That's the important thing. Just put something down, and then you fix it later. It's no big deal. You know what I mean? And like I said, doing this is like therapeutic. It's medicine for the soul. You know? This is what y'all need. Go to my website and cop my movie, yo. It's a funny movie. It's the funniest movie you ever gonna see. It's called Stanky and Taco. It's about two guys, and they battling drug addiction, but at the same time they going through their funny adventures and they day-to-day life. And I got a lot of jokes and things of that nature within the and then you see the wild characters they encounter on their day-to-day journey. So it's a pretty cool movie. I made it all within this program. And if y'all want to see me make some tutorials on how to make music beats and stuff like that, let me know. Can help y'all out with that too. But if y'all need beats, I'm giving out free beats on my website, hiphopraiseme.com. So don't say I never did nothing for y'all. It's all about the love. You know what I'm saying? There's too much negativity going on in the world. We gotta balance that. The positive people, we gotta balance all the negativity with the love. You know what I'm saying? All the positive folks out there that's creating and helping teach, creating and teaching and giving back. And then they got this AI trying to it's all about evolution. If that's these programmers, they went in that direction and creating AI, but we can't let this AI destroy our passion. It's like the mathematician. The calculator didn't destroy the mathematician. You know what I'm saying? Even though calculator is a great tool, you still need mathematicians. You know what I'm saying? Just because the calculator came into existence, you still need those scientists and educators to teach math. So don't let that AI spook you, yo. Get down and work your craft. It's never gonna take over. You dig what I'm saying? And it's never gonna have that human feel. You see what I'm saying? No matter what, the AI will never have the human touch. It's like when I used to listen to Pandora and Spotify. Spotify used to have computers creating the playlist, while Pandora had humans creating the playlist according to your favorite artists, and the Pandora playlist used to be a lot better. When you put in the artist, so you can't replace that human touch, yo. You can't do it. You see this girl right here, she's coming into fruition, and she was looking crazy at first, right? And that curvature tool, you see when you lay the lines down, I'm using that curvature tool to curve the lines, cause that's what the curved lines is what give everything that look. You don't want your drawings to have a bunch of jagged edges, and that's what's gonna happen if you don't use that curvature tool. You dig what I'm saying? I'm just over here. It's all about details too. That's what you want to make your art pop. Right now, I'm not going into too much detail, but I'm just laying down the line work, making it make sense. And you can always go back and elaborate. Put some texture on the walls and on the floor. Throw some more tones into your art. Put more jewelry on the girls. Throw some more emotion in their face, by twerking the eyebrows and the mouth positions. You dig what I'm saying? Check out my other tutorials. I'm starting to have a whole catalog of tutorials because I've been putting it down for y'all. Y'all can see, check out my tutorial where I show how a car drives with the background scrolling in perspective. I got another tutorial show how shows a firearm being shot animated. I got a tutorial with showing the person head making a 360-degree turn, so you catch the head from all angles. I show you how to make a character talk by with lip syncing, and that's something I know a lot of people want to know how to get the character talk, and this is the program for that. Moho Pro has automatic lip syncing, so if you got an audio file, I show you how to create the different mouth positions and automatically sync the audio file with the mouth position, so you don't have to be spending all day making your character talk. You just sync the mouth position, the mouth group layer with the audio, and then you can have your character talking, because within your animation, I know y'all gonna have a lot of dialogue between the characters. Right now, I'm adding a little shimmer to the lips. And these are simple faces I'm drawing, you know what I mean? You look at my other tutorials, I'm way more detailed with the face, as far as with the eyes. Got pupils and the white part of the eyes and the eyelids and all that, but this is like a whole scene where I'm drawing a bunch of characters, and it might be the intro of a scene, and when you get into the close-ups and the dialogue, then you can see the characters in more detail. You could create the characters in more detail, but for now, this is just what you would call, like in a regular movie, it's a scene with a bunch of extras. So there's really not no dialogue with them, so I'm not creating complicated face parts. I'm just it's just a scene, you dig? And then also you gotta your animation is gonna be built on a bunch of little scenes. Just if you look at every like a lot of movies you watch, it's a bunch of scenes that's put together to make a big project. So that's why I say keep drawing and keep writing, keep writing and keep drawing. Don't get boggled down on how you gonna how you gonna all the technical aspects of the program. You're gonna learn that within time and practice. I'm gonna show y'all everything you need to know. But this drawing part is you can know everything, but if you don't got the discipline to draw and write all the time, it don't matter. Unless you part of a team and that's what you want to focus on is the technical aspect, and you working with a team who does the writing and the drawing, then yeah, I understand you want to master all the technical aspects of the program. But if you a solo animator who want to express your creativity, focus on drawing and writing, and the rest is going to happen. Because this program makes the animation very simple. Dig what I'm saying? Learn how to draw within this program. Do what I'm doing as far as learning how to draw vector art. Or if you more into traditional art, put whatever you draw, render it as a JPEG or a PNG file, and then go to the file menu at the top left corner and press import and import that file within this program. Or you could go within the layers panel, and at the top of the layers panel you choose an image layer, and then you can import your images from there. And you see, the beautiful thing about this program and all programs and modern computers in general, a lot of the stuff you're going to draw over, but even within my tutorials, I do draw stuff over and over again for whatever the scene requires. But in all reality, you can import items from one scene to another, or projects from one project to another, because if you notice within your journey, after you done draw so many pictures, a lot of stuff you're going to be doing over and over again. So, like for instance, shoes. I drew these shoes, but I got a million files with these same shoes that I drew. So if I was working on my personal project, I wouldn't draw these shoes over. I would just import them from another previous project or file. And if I need to make changes to those shoes, I make changes. You dig what I'm saying? So after time, a lot of stuff is gonna the workload is gonna be less and less, because life has a lot of redundancy within it. You dig what I'm saying? So that's a good thing, because you're going to be doing the same thing over and over again. So when you draw, like I said, shoes as an example, of hands, you can import those items from another file, and tweak those items when you import them, like change the color or the position or the size or the line width or what the design of the shoes or whatever. And then, you just do it like that. But I'm gonna wrap this up though, you know what I'm saying? And check out part 2 of this tutorial right here where I finished the scene. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day and subscribe to my channel, give it a like, and do all the good stuff that all YouTubers expect from they great audience. Y'all take it easy, yo. Peace.